Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, November 10th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I take responsibility for my power and then align my actions. I'm going to do a new thing. I just decided because I just recorded and the thing didn't work again. And so I am going to be doing a separate video for our Shadows and Light card. The card today is so perfect with the Astro. But if I go too long, right now I get these big zeros. And it is stressful to record and bring it through and then not get it. That being said, we're digging in because we've got a big day today. A big shifty, well not shifty, but lots of astro action today. Now, I do want to mention that tomorrow Jupiter is going retrograde, and if you are a Cancer or a Sagittarius in particular, you may be feeling the wonk of this energy coming in. Not to mention, we've had so many planetary shifts in the last week and a half. So if you are not a Sagittarius and Cancer and you're like, I feel the wonk, yeah, it's been wonky. So just be gentle and take time to ground and align. I think that's really good advice as we have an interesting morning. We have the moon finishing up in the sign of Cancer. And with the moon in Cancer, it's making several connections, but it's going to be void in the morning. Void, of course. And this happens right before the moon shifts signs. And so some people really feel it strongly. I definitely do. This plus an ongoing lazy cat placement in the astro just may have us feeling a little bit more tired. Not to mention that the moon's final connections before it shifts are with Neptune and Uranus, which are creating the lazy cat. And both can be a little disorienting and weird. Plus, Uranus is a little trickery. So grounding in, finding your balance in and through yourself, your center, your balance, connecting into that grounding cord and taking responsibility for your power and your actionable alignment can be very helpful. And I also want to mention that before those connections, we do have some watery connections happening. We have the moon connecting to Jupiter, last connection before Jupiter goes retrograde, interestingly enough, and the moon also connecting to Saturn. So both of these can bring emotional stuff up that you may feel processy about. We then have the moon moving into Leo. Moon moves into Leo right around 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And the moon in Leo reminds us of our heart. It wants us to connect to joy. It wants us to connect to our inner child. It wants us to connect to the energy of fun, which I want to share that I was listening to Abraham today, and I was listening to an Abraham about fun. And I was like, oh, this is my focus for this Mercury retrograde. Side note, I recorded a scope for Mercury retrograde yesterday. And if you did not see it, you might want to check it out for all the Mercury retro deets. But as I am a Sagittarius and Mercury is rolling back and forth over my sun, it is a really great time for me to recalibrate my fun. So I invite you to join me in that as well. You don't have to be a Sagittarius to do so. So Moon and Leo, asking us to connect to that. That being said, we have some challenging connections. We have an opposition with Pluto and we have a square with Venus. Now that opposition with Pluto really brings up the energy mantra that I brought forward, which was taking that responsibility for your power and then aligning with your action. So the thing is with this, anytime we have Pluto engaged, we might get into some kind of power control issue. This could be with somebody directly, but this could also just be with the energy fields, which there's some stuff going on there's a lot of fire going on in the energy fields, which can be kind of fiery and potentially aggro. And then there's a lot of Scorpio plus water energy, which can be feeling, and Scorpio in particular can be a little reactive. So we're dealing with a lot of interesting energies in this, but it's up to you where you put your power. And a lot of times when we are, frustrated with something, we will keep feeding our energy into that. And this is where you can take responsibility for your power and pull it back and realign where and how you want to move. Now, the moon squaring Venus, this card that I pulled, that is no longer tucked in the book because I read it to you, Sewer Mermaid, is so perfect. Like I said, I'm going to do a separate little video for that, so check that out. But moon squaring Venus, you may feel aggro about stuff around money, your worth, value stuff, around fun, around your looks, any and all of that. So be aware of that energy. That's happening right near 7 p.m. Pacific time. You might feel that building. Now, on the build to it, we also have the moon connecting to Mars, a trine of fire. So that aggro energy, fiery responses could be up. This could also, though, feed into creative processes or projects that you're wanting to do. So again, if you have an outlet, if you have a way that you can move, that could be very supportive. We end the evening with the moon connecting to Mercury. Again, fiery energies, hopefully playful and fun, but do be aware of reactive responses. We are building to a Mercury-Mars conjunction on Wednesday, and we're going to feel that. And we might get a little fiery in our communications and conversations. So, astro energies. Top of the cards is the politics card, and this to me feels so much like this moon opposite Pluto energy. It's a reminder there's a lot going on the world stage right now. There's a lot going on in politics, but how much energy are you feeding into that? So one other thing that I got from Abraham today that I was like, yes, so good. It said when a problem is created or a problem happens, the solution is also created. And if we're spending so much time feeding into the drama of the political stage across the world, we may not necessarily be able to feed into the energy of the solution. So this is a call to remember to take a break from that, to reconnect with yourself. We have the slowing down card. Again, the morning can be a little wonky with these energies. Slow down and ground. These last three cards are all very round and connected. The participation card, we're all working towards something together with the We Are the World card. What are you offering? What is the energy that you're putting out there in the world right now? And the change card with this is a reminder, like, if you don't like what you're seeing in the world, where are you being called to make the change within yourself? So I'm going to leave that there for now. Go check out my other video for this. It's not going to be very long, but I'm just hoping that this works, because recording over and over and over again is not super fun and can feel kind of frustrating. And I'm disappointed because I feel like the first video got so much more than this one did. But maybe this is you getting exactly what you need, right? Besides all this, you can book a reading, book a clearing, and the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and may your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust the process. Namaste.